These are spinner sharks. They're about 4 to 6 feet long, and then they're in a school of menhaden here, so they tend to be fairly aggressive sharks when it comes to their feeding habits. Sometimes they can, end up in frenzies, and it's just this like really chaotic moment, which is pretty cool to see.
Shark populations in New York waters are rebounding. While the exact number is unknown, there were 13 unprovoked shark encounters at Long Island beaches in 2022 and 2023, the most in 200 years. Governor Kathy Hochul has put an additional $1.2 million into an existing beach safety drone program as an attempt to address the issue, leaving conservationists and researchers to assess whether the program is worth the money.
So there's a lot of money going into that program, and from my experience, I think, or from what I understand, it seems like it's coming from a place of fear and less so a place of interest in science and curiosity. And so I think it's just causing more harm than it is helpful.
East Hampton artist Sutton Lynch uses drones to document the resurgence of coastal wildlife following the recovery of bait fish like Atlantic menhaden.
All this, like, out of nowhere, basically, humpbacks and dolphins and sharks and tuna, and I know a lot of those species were already there, and like the advent of drones has helped bring this perspective that I didn't have access to prior to that. I see news videos of a newscaster freaking out over a single shark sighting at Rockaway Beach or something like that, and they say it's a white shark or say it's some species that has some kind of repertoire to be dangerous in some way, and it really is not helpful to the science, especially because then it degrades just their value, their ecological value.
This morning, fresh shark fears off the coast of New York.
Tonight, new warnings for swimmers after a series of shark bites.
Now, New York State is using drones to patrol the waters off Long Island.
Doubling up on drones and training a whole new team of operators. Long Island Beach is taking no chances this year.
It was like 250,000 initially, and then there was some more bites, and then she dumped another like 1.2 million. So it's close to $2 million that I know of that she's put towards drone initiatives.
Shark researchers like Greg Metzger believe that the program may be ineffective due to the environmental characteristics of the North Atlantic. They've been collecting data on whether the behavior of local shark species can functionally be monitored by overhead drones. However, the research on this topic is still under review.
What I can say is they are not the silver bullet that everyone wants them to be. There are extreme limitations to the effectiveness of drone surveillance in New York waters. Wind, waves, and water clarity. Also, where the sharks are. A lot of the shark species that are here on Long Island are bottom oriented. So they're going to be right on the bottom. The water clarity that we have here in New York waters is very rarely all the way to the bottom. So even if it's, the water clarity is really, really good and it might be 6 or 8 feet, if that shark is in 10 feet of water, you're not going to be able to see it anyways. The amount of money and effort that's been put into training drone pilots, buying the equipment, creating the networks, I think if a significant portion of that was spent on education.
Okay. So this is the animal.
You would have a lot more bang for your buck.